Amazon's Alexa might soon replicate the voice of family members even if they're dead. The capability, unveiled at Amazon's Las Vegas conference, is in development and would allow the virtual assistant to mimic the voice of a specific person based on less than a minute of provided recording. Let's take a look.
Let's take a look on one of the new capabilities we are working on, which enables lasting personal relationships.
Alexa, can Grandma finish reading me The Wizard of Oz?
Okay. But how about my courage? Asked the lion anxiously. You have plenty of courage, I am sure, answered Oz.
As you saw in this experience, instead of Alexa's voice reading the book, it's the kid's grandma's voice.
That's a Jannah.
Assalamu alaikum, you wonderful people, and welcome to another episode of Smile to Jannah. With regards to this tool, there are many security concerns that people have. There's many ways that this tool can be abused. And to be fair, we're not even certain if it's even going to be released to the public. Maybe Amazon just wants to flex. But the thing that concerns us is the parallel and the similarity of a story that we're aware of when it comes to the Dajjal, the Antichrist. And that is something to the effect of when he's let loose upon us, he will claim to raise the dead. So he'll say something like, look, you don't believe that I'm God? If I raise your dead mum and she says I'm God, are you going to believe? People are going to be like, well, yeah. And then it seems to them that their mother's there, but in reality it's just going to be the devil, mate. Now the point here is not, aha!
There you go. There's a little similarity between this technology and the Dajjal. Therefore, we should stay away from it. It's from the devil. It's from the shaitan. Oh, the day of judgment is coming.
Listen, I'm ready for the asteroid. I've had enough.
That's not what I want to get into. What I want to get into is when people say, how on earth would somebody fall into that trap? Well, in both of these instances, there is a common denominator. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they're identical and the Dajjal is here, mate, and he's going to be using Amazon's Alexa to mislead us. Give me a break.
Lol.
So the common denominator is contentment with Allah's decree and knowing the temporary and examination nature of this life. For if we were to embrace these two inevitable things, we would not be searching for the elixirs of life. Nay, we won't even turn sour with the decree of Allah and what happens in life. Why? Because we will realize the temporary and flawed nature of this world. Now, of course, that's easier said than done because the media and materialism is set out to teach us the exact opposite. It teaches us to attach ourselves to this world and certain things in particular. It could be family, wealth, possessions and desires. And that's where the problems come in, because we find it difficult to let go, be it relationships, be it health. You know, when we find out we have a certain illness, it's enough for some people to go into a deep depression, divorce, losing one's money and possessions and the likes, because we find it hard to let go of these things. And that's why we do the most stupid things. Yeah, you probably heard, and inshallah the next video is going to be on this Kim Kardashian, who said that I would eat poo. Yes, I would eat poo if it meant me being able to stay young. And some people are willing to sleep around just for promotion in their workplace or for fame. On the other hand, you've got people that will sell their own family members and people of their religion and country folk just because of $1 and a dime.
Which one of y'all put a dent in my car?
You know we don't snitch in here, bro. You snitching over here, man.
I got $50. Credit.
Well, I ain't gonna point nobody out.
And similarly, people will sell their faith when it comes to the Dajjal just so they can see their parents again. Why? Because they have not come to terms with the fact that this world is temporary. Whenever you talk about death, people are like, don't talk about death, mate. That's such a dampener, mate. Why do you have to always bring up death? For God's sake. People don't want to hear about it. Why? Because they haven't yet come to terms with it. So that's one of the things that, guys, when it comes to stuff like this, it's very important. You'll have people that will be sitting at home listening to their dead mother or father reading them stories and they'll be looking at albums. There's a reason this sort of stuff is not from the Sunnah. Why? Because even psychologically we know there is such thing as post-traumatic growth syndrome. That after a while, when a traumatic experience has happened, you can grow. And you will forget those things as well. That's one of the blessings. You know, forgetfulness is a blessing. Because if we remembered everything, subhanallah, we'd be so miserable. So guys, yes, the culture tells us have albums and photos and stuff like this. But is that really advantageous for us? Something that's happened in the past, a past relationship, and you watching that, then what are you doing? You're living in the past. And now your present is being affected by it. And also your future as well. So look, if certain stuff has happened, there's no point immortalizing it in pictures, for God's sake, or immortalizing it in Alexa. Look, somebody's gone. The most you can do for that person is read, give sadaqah on their behalf, perform hajj, umrah, whatnot, or practice what they preached and read for them. That's all you can do. Let's leave it there, guys. Until next time. Assalamu alaikum.